like to call upon stage Mr. Shami Agarwal, Mr. Akshat Parihar, Ms. Jyotsna Bahal, Mr. Ankur Chawla, Ms. Sohani Sachdeva. Now please welcome the moderator of this panel discussion, Mr. Sanjay Shukla.
So I'll welcome you all, and we start with the first question with Mr. Shami Agarwal. How are homegrown food brands adapting to India increasingly experimental consumer palate?
That's a very good question as well. That as a brand, as a maybe you can say legacy brand, how we are promoting what is our thought, how we come up with new products. If you see Indian, Indian age group, Indian population as a age group, new words are coming: Gen Alpha, Gen Z, Millennials, and when you say the share in the population of Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and Millennials is more than, if not more than 70, it's 100% more than 70%. So as a brand, as a company, we have to always see who's your TG and what is their demand. Health is a new, health is a new status symbol, you can say. Health is a pretty much new status symbol that what people are enjoying these days. It's not about junk food at all. It's about being healthy, functional foods, functional drinks. As the last panel talk about how content is being absorbed. Previously, I think 7 to 8% of the Indian population was on online. Now they are claiming more than 50% online. 50% is still a very low number considering we are in urban. If you talk about rural, so as a brand or as a product company, we should keep on innovating on new things, new products. Like we have just added a tea in our product range, but it's not a basic thing. It's a wellness tea, functional beverage. Tivoy के नाम से हमने product launch करा है. So as a company, we are very proactive. What is going on in the market and how can we be better than others? Yeah.
So what we look like, it's not just cakes, who's been made in the house and selling to society. Now it's been, companies coming to same and providing such kits and all that you can make your drink or you can make your meal at your own place.
Sir, sorry, just to add on, like when you said cakes, now cake is a what? Mithai. आज के date में you go in the market and you feel sugar-free mithai. मतलब see the communication, see the positioning of the healthy things or creative thing as well. So that is the new trend in the market.
But what reminds me means like, that's how the cake homegrown means. I was just trying to relate that how people started from home and that's become a brand, like, and that brand certainly taking some sort of percentage of the market. So I was saying in that sense, but very well answered. I'm going to Sohani Sachdeva ji, Hex. How can a new or small brands use AI for menu engineering and business decisions with limited budgets? So you got a package, means like, 3 questions in one.
No,
but take your time, no worries.
No, I was just checking the mic. Thank you so much for the opportunity for being here at Tastepreneur. And to answer your question, I would like to say that AI is not a luxury anymore. All of us have AI. I'm sure everyone using a phone will have a GPT or a Gemini, right? So if the apps are available, all we just need to think of are the smart prompts that we're going to feed to AI. And for our industry, the secret is the data. So if you've got your data, let's say if you're using a Zomato or a Swiggy or something, you're on that portal, if you're an existing place, then you can ask AI that, have a look at this data. What's the one dish that's being most ordered? What's the one thing that is giving me more revenue? And you can also then ask questions like, if I increase my price of this particular dish by 20 rupees, how is it going to affect? So all of these questions are data driven. So I think if we have the right data and then we are playing smart with it, that's how we can do it. And we are also learning because we develop kitchens, but we are working very closely with young startup restaurants. A lot of young people come in and that's where they teach us all of this as well.
Exactly what I meant means like, even if you're on a Zomato or Swiggy somewhere on a platform, you'll get some sort of data. And data you required, to get the information from AI. But anyone who is starting a brand, who doesn't have any data, doesn't have any data bank or to analyze the data, so how AI can help them to grow?
So if it is a new brand, then again, the data that you're going to feed is that this is my ingredients. This is my procurement. and these are the different vendors offering me this much. So this is how can you help me calculate a cost for the menu, because we're talking about menu engineering. So not only calculate the cost of the menu, but also you can really tell which area you're opening in, and then you can take the feedback. Of course, this will not eliminate the expertise of the chefs who are consulting. You would need that expertise, but this can definitely give you a ballpark figure. And at the same time, when you talk about new people, it's not only about the ingredient listing and all, but it's also about the fact that AI can give you the, when you look at let's say you're using a carrot in a recipe, you will say, I am getting this much carrot and this much rupees, but then actual carrot that you're using is less because you will chop off the head and the bottom. So the AI will be able to actually calculate the yield and then give you a cost, and not just the grams of the particular vegetable. So all of that AI can do, and then your expertise will come from the chefs that you are taking it from. I think you would agree that chefs play a big role.
I was just
there.
about to say, don't eat my market. But yeah, well said. At the end of the day, this is something which is going to help, I would say, each chef as well. And when we design or consult a project, so it helps us reduce manpower. For example, I would not need a controller, a physical controller for a project, rather than using an AI-based software, which will give me at the end of the day more accurate data. So I agree on the same. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going back to Sohani, to you. Just want to know more, means like how you using AI in your business. Not on exact data, means like, just an tool.
So, well, in our business, we are using a lot of AI, and when we say a lot, it's got something to do with what just Chef mentioned, that we are able to control and we are able to reduce the time that the manpower is taking. So all in all, I think the statement is clear that AI is not really giving you answers, it's giving you speed and clarity, because all of us can do it. We can learn, we can be quick, but if you have the AI is just speeding up your process. So that's what it is helping us in the business as well. When we are developing our projects, when we are developing our equipment, a lot of R&D is required. So what are the global trends going on? All of that research which we were gazing into books, AI is doing it for us with the speed. So it's definitely helping that way.
Thank you. Coming to Ankurji. What do you think, Ankurji, can cloud kitchen eventually replace traditional restaurants? Why or why not?
I don't think people go to restaurants just for eating, right? It is more a social, gathering. Like my cousin is here from the US. We all want to meet. We'll end up going somewhere, Food, of course, is very important. Where are we going? What is the kind of experience that we have? But I think cloud kitchen is sort of handling the need that I'm hungry, I want something. Of course, with all the experiences, but I think restaurant is more about socializing, going to a place, talking to your friends, the non-AI stuff.
And coming back to your product, means I'm very much curious to know, means how the idea come to go into Vocha. Means so many people doing it. What you doing differently, and what's your thought behind it?
Well, it was purely generated out of necessity. I was working as a beverage guy in the Marriott hotels, and I remember I was handling Marriott India, and Marriott were opening a lot of hotels. So any new general manager comes, he used to be like, I don't want to see plastic tomorrow morning. Very easy to say that, you don't want to see plastic, but on the ground, I think particularly the volume-driven areas, swimming pool, restaurants, bars, car pickup drops, when you're using anywhere between 15-20 lakh bottles a year, so glass doesn't really, get the solution. So I was finding something and I couldn't find, so I thought, let's create one. We had the inspirations like Mr. Pansari, who've been doing some amazing work. So yeah, it was just a bold move, to be very honest, and that's how we started. Of course, you had challenges initially. People were like, I still remember there were funny things. And people would open it like, "Arey, ye to pani hai." Like, yeah, pani.
Right.
Because you usually expect, some beverage out of the can. But God's been kind. I think industry has been very, very supportive.
And especially in a country where people want to spend less on water and more on juices and sugar and beer. Means like, when they opening the can, I sense what you were trying to say. Means, I understand and I appreciate, means like, even we serve to corporates and all that. Those who don't deal in the plastic, eventually we have Himalayas and all others as well, but we'll offer this as well.
Please, sir.
That's very nice.
I'll send you the pitch right away.
I'll come to Chef. Chef, what truly makes a food brand viral today? Packaging, its storytelling, or influencer content? We heard a lot means like, in last session.
So I would say, coming in current and today's scenario, people want to see it first, then they want to eat it. Let's be practical. I hope all the chefs will agree to the same, because there was that era as well where the flavors and taste was first priority. That is still the priority. I am very much clear. But the thing is, we want to see it. What they will take is, if without saying I can feel like I want to take a picture of it, I'm talking as a client now, so I will definitely go for it. If I don't feel like this is gonna be a story of my Instagram page or any social media, maybe I would be like, okay, let's just start the eating process and come to the next dish. Let's be practical. So,
Agreed.
so that's the exact scenario. So first priority is appearance, and second is, of course, authenticity of the flavors, because of course if it's looking very appealing but the first spoon doesn't make sense to my palate, I would not go for the second one. I'll be like, picture ho gaya, it's done, let's come dal makhni manga lete hain types, for example. So I would say the flavors matters a lot. Priority, it's like a three-way hierarchy. So it starts from appearance, two flavors, consistency, and third is definitely if the dish is coming together with a nice story or a background of its own, or maybe a chef's story towards the thing and creation. That combination matters a lot, but again, the sequence has to be same currently. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Chef. Jyotsna ji, we want to know from you what rising health trends like millet and protein-rich foods nowadays. So how can brands balance health with taste? So that's very relatively with your product as well.
Thank you so much. And namaste leaders. And thank you to Tastepreneur for having put together all this event. I'm really enjoying it. Now, your question is whether are they really competing or they are complementing. So my feeling is that healthy food actually complements with taste. It's not, there's no competition there. It's not that this or this and this. And we have actually adopted it in our works, whatever food business we are doing, and that is through 5-pillar approach, and I call it 5 I's. सबको I सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है V से भी, इसलिए हमने I ही लगा दिया वहाँ पे. उसका first I है innovation, and that's where chefs are the kings, because you can come up with innovative recipes.
Well, thanks for the words.
To curate millets, ज्वार, रागी, ये सबको इस तरीके से आप क्यूरेट कर सकते हैं कि वो टेस्टी भी है और हेल्दी भी है. And our experience out there is like sugar substitute. So we use dates powder as a sugar substitute in ragi laddus along with almond crushed. So it gives very good taste to ragi. I mean, ragi is the hardest one to crack among many millets, but that's the most selling item because it's really, really tasty. So the two go hand in hand. Now the second I is infusion. Now here what I'll first put a word of caution. There are certain cautions out there, like infusions. People say infused honey with tulsi. No, those infusions is not what I'm talking about, because it's rather better to have tulsi honey from the flora of tulsi rather than infuse. Infuse में बहुत कम होगा फायदा, flora में बहुत ज़्यादा होगा फायदा. So when I say infusion, it's kind of a balancing with spices, herbs, and organic flavoring agents, not artificial flavoring agents. And you know, the NABL test report is going to anyway detect it. The moment you go the route of artificial, you can't hide it. There is a way to find it out. So if you talk about our experience, there we go with, we are curating honeys directly from beekeepers. See, Mohangi's strength has been working with the villagers. So that's where our strength is. And with my additional brand, more have organics, I'm taking the best advantage of that grassroots level to come up with healthy products. So our strength out there is like we come with varieties of honey, but they aren't infused. They are the other way around. So that's the difference I want to make out there. The third is infusion se chalenge, interfusion, right? So what would that mean? Like add certain things. Okay, here is a millet, but add certain things to it which might not be a millet, but can yet help bring that wow feeling in what you are making. But here again, a slight word of caution, like don't do something which is not fair in the sense that 0.001% almond dala और उसको almond cookies बोल दिया. It's not. It is almond cookies if there is substantial powerhouse of almond in that. Otherwise, it's really not. So honest interfusion is what I'm really promoting, and that's what we do with our Mohan ghee. It's a Bellona ghee, but we put in 25% cream. I call it interfusion. Why? Because we have to compete with cream ghee brands with the costing. So not everybody can afford an expensive ghee, but here it's better to eat 75% curd-based Bellona ghee rather than eating 100% factory-made cream ghee.
Or butter ghee, simply.
Or a butter ghee.
Butter oil. Yeah,
Correct.
right.
And the fourth is IEC, information, education, and communication. So on the label, make sure you put down the advantages of millets. When I say advantages, scientific type की नहीं, but जो लोगों को समझ आती है. And here what I would like to say, diabetes. I think in another panel it was touched, but millets are most millets are gluten-free. They are low on glycemic index. I will tell, on our communication side, I can tell my story there. I reversed my diabetes by leaving wheat flour completely, going on millets completely. So, I mean, I don't have to take any more diabetic medicine because I'm only having millets. I'm not having any.
Agree to that. Even I worked, with this program initiated by Prime Minister, and what I learned out of that means like there was only one thing: millet can tackle these two major diseases of India: diabetes and blood pressure. So we are just adopting a millet, you can be in a healthier India.
Absolutely.
So what I learned from you means like it's go hand to hand, means it's interdependent, not independent.
And the
Great.
last one is iterations. What's that? Do take the client feedback. You made something, offer, get the feedback. ये अच्छा लगा या वो नहीं अच्छा लगा. जो नहीं अच्छा लगा थोड़ा सा redo कर दीजिए. Definitely you are going to win. There is no doubt. Millets, because of its health advantage, is the future of tomorrow. People are getting more and more conscious of health post-COVID. I think there was a mention, we'll talk about COVID somewhere in the panel. So let me bring that. COVID was a transforming experience in many individuals, especially someone like me in ICU for 2 months with 39 oxygen, and when anybody looks at me now, nobody will say, kabhi aisa hua bhi hoga. So it's your foundational health which matters. You survive in difficult time with your foundational health, जो आपने अपनी नींव रखी है health.
Agree to that. Thank you very much. That's been very informative. I'm coming back to Shamiji. Just wanted to know, being FMCG a prominent brand, how you see the future, means like how you doing on your product for India being brand to be for India and for global platform.
Okay, I'll tell a brief history about Pansari Group, how it started and how now we have over 700 SKUs in our platform, and I saw a bulky tag on your. So we do food service as well. So
Yeah.
I think it's great. It will be a good to get inputs from you as well. Like when we started with, it was majorly a mustard oil product. Mustard oil being one of the biggest rate of ours, Pansari mustard oil. So from there, when sales team, obviously you have your sales team who go to the market, but to optimize that team, you should have more products in the line. So I think that was the time when I joined the business, and I was like, we have to diversify, and we choose rice and flour because it was 0% tax. And you study that same customer, new product or new market, all those hierarchy theories we studied. We was like, what is the easiest thing? First thing we do, So we started with flours and rice, but that time also we were not doing just the rice. We are the amongst the only one who doing fortified rice. Like we have our stall outside there, Pansari rice. So when you see the rice, it has a fortified logo. What is it? It is just an additional minerals, vitamins added, which government is saying, and it's not of much cost. It's like maximum, I don't know, 50 paisa, 1 rupee per kg. That's extra, but that's too basic to add things.
Yeah, agree to that. That's a global thing. Means like, in cold countries like Britain and all, they're doing fortified breads and all that. So
Once I think I remember 2017-18, then we were majorly into all the commodities, and we realized your margins to hai nahi iske andar. It's all volume business. Then we started with spices, which is a very tough market, I would say, and we had a factory of spices, and the factory was too big, and our production was only for one or 2 days, maybe 3-4 days a month. So it's like, is factory mein aur kya kar sakte hain? And thanks to the God that like we cracked seasonings, like now we are supplying aromat powder, lime seasoning. Do you name the restaurants, change the restaurant, like say food services like social across India, Burma, Haldiram, Bikaner, Chicago Pizza, there's N number, Box 8 Eat Club. Anybody who having more than 100 restaurants are a customer, for sure. Because we customize, we give them the solution, because it's not just about the taste, it's not just about the quality, it's more about the ease of the cooking as well. For food service, it's majorly about food service. So when we realized that for food service, what else can we do? You see, as ma'am mentioned rightly, there's a lot of synthetic products available in the market, artificial. So when we were launching our syrups by the brand name of Muji, so we realized how can we differentiate ourselves from Monin, because it was a very good learning for me as well. Bartenders hold the bottle upside down, so we have to make sure the empty glass bottle weight should be as similar to what is the brand leaders has. The dia should be the same, because the bartender has the practice. So there those deep studies we did, and what we came up with the solution was that we will do a fruit syrup. When I say fruit syrup, is we're the only ones giving syrups, cocktail syrups, which has more than 30% food content, that legally we can write fruit syrup. So then all those small things does work, and it has to be from a genuinity. It's not like you can't. People say fake it till you make it, but if you're faking it, it will not go for long. All the products which we are developing, which we are focusing on, everybody has a different niche. We are targeting mass, and there is a demand. I think you are into catering business, people will say, 200 रुपये खाना खाना है. अब 200 रुपये में तो मतलब that's a target price. A customer will tell you that you have to maintain the cost optimization as well, कि कैसे 200 रुपये में थाली रिजर्व करनी है, what things you can do, and maintaining that food quality, maintaining the feasibility as well. So I think that is the main USP, and that is the main learning. We keep on innovating, we keep on experimenting as well. We keep on doing lot of taste sessions, lot of activities with hotel management students. I can see few sirs over there. I've seen their faces. I'm sure we did something with their college as well. कि हम लोगों ने उनके college में chef से जाके chef competition कराया. It was a lot of new learning for us. And as a brand, as a company, we keep doing it.
all right. So out of this experience, we just want to take a quick, since we talk a lot about business and food, what one line advice you want to give to the entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs, those who
you
especially
have to,
came in
if you ask me like what is next, so see the gap, planning, studying, or maybe say market research is very important, and yes, gut feeling does work, but me too doesn't work. मतलब लोग सोचते हैं कि यार इन्होंने से ग्लास बॉटल कैन निकाला, हम भी निकालते हैं, me too doesn't work. It has to be something innovative. मतलब I think why they have water over here, because it is an innovation. So if it's innovation in the market, you will stand out automatically. Ma'am has something, you have to keep innovating. If you cannot even innovate, then do something better than others. That's a simple thing. If you are a Me Too brand, but why you are better than others? If you are any of our product, you can say, we can give you 100 of reasons why are we better than others. Otherwise, अगर आप खुद ही नहीं बेच सकते, how your sales team will sell. So you have to have some genuine story behind it.
Got it. Ankurji, we need from a quick one from you as well. I won't get this one-liner from everyone, because lots of techpreneurs just come here, who's working, who's looking at you. So must be a one-liner advisor to everyone.
No, it has to be a paragraph.
Oh.
Too many things, sir. I don't know.
Any means like crux of your experience, just want to say means.
I think one thing that I think one of my mentors told me, I still remember it. It says that the more you sweat in your office researching about what you want to do, the less you bleed on the shop floor.
Oh, you cracked it. That's what I want to listen. Can we have one liner from you? Thank you very much for understanding this. All right.
The one liner I would say is that keep consistent. It's very important to not give up and find your answers. And the way you can find your answers is through your data. I'm going to stick to the fact that if you've done the right data analysis, no matter how interesting or boring your field is, you'll be able to get there. So it's very important to stick to the data and be consistent.
I can see your dedication. That's really inspiring. Seth, please.
All right, make it very quick. So the only thing I would say is, based on my own experience so far, like don't let the creativity die in you. Don't let the innovation stop ever, and let that hunger be alive of being unique, earning, being creative, reaching somewhere. Market बहुत बड़ा है, पैसा बहुत है, निकालना आना चाहिए. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Finally, Jyotsna ji. But you have the key. I got it.
Hello. Yes. So what I would say is process is equally important as the final product, because sometimes your process does things which make your product unhealthy. Unhealthy doesn't mean मैं inorganic और organic की तो बात ही नहीं कर रही हूँ. Basic healthy nutrients होते हैं, वो भी गायब हो जाते हैं जब process ठीक नहीं होता. So yes, focus on the process as well as the product.
Thank you very much. What I can see means like India got a very bold, bright, technical, AI-driven future for food brands and industry. Thank you very much.